We're in a day and age, man, where everybody talks about the grind. Everybody's on social media talking about go work, go grind, wake up early, work harder, outwork everybody, go put the work in, show up, all that. I'm one of those people that preach that. Everybody talks about the grind. Everybody talks about the process. Everybody talks about the journey. Everybody talks about how you got to wake up and just work each and every day. But if I'm being honest with y'all, bro, nobody talks about what happens if you burn out. What happens if you burn out during the grind? What happens if you burn out during the process, during the journey? What happens if you get to a point where you just don't want to do it anymore because you've worked so hard and you've sprinted the whole time instead of grinding the right way? Because the truth is, bro, the goal isn't just to grind and put work in for a month or 2 months or even 6 months. The real goal is to stay consistent for years, for the rest of your life. The real goal is to build something with a great foundation. Build something that can stand strong through anything. So the success that you want doesn't come from bursts of motivation, burst of hard work, burst of just waking up and grinding. It comes from a sustainable discipline. A discipline that you can keep each and every day. A work ethic that you can keep up with each and every day. Not just a work ethic for a month that leads to burnout. Because if you burn out every few months, you reset your progress. Because you're going to get to a point every few months where you just can't do it anymore because you're burnt out. You don't love it because you worked so hard or kind of overworked yourself. Like that leads to burnout. And consistency is going to beat intensity every single time. Putting work in consistently each and every day, grinding consistently each and every day is way better than going intense for a week straight and being burnt out from it. Consistency is going to beat that every single time. Building a sustainable discipline is going to beat that every single time. Like, stop sprinting what you want. Stop sprinting your life. Stop rushing it. It's going to come. It's going to come. If you're waking up and showing up every day, you're waking up and putting work in every day, like, your goals are going to accomplish themselves. Stop trying to sprint. A lot of us out here today, bro, we live life like a sprint. We approach life like a sprint. We have this extreme motivation for a day or a week, and we go balls to the wall for a week. Then on day 8, we're burnt out. We have these unrealistic schedules because we want it to happen now. We want it to happen this week, this month. So we create schedules or routines that are unrealistic. We get into a phase where we try to change everything at once without realizing that life is not a sprint, bro. Our goals are not a sprint. It's a journey. It's a journey. And those three things I just said lead to exhaustion. They lead to frustration. They lead to quitting. They lead to burning out. They lead to a lot of things that really stop you from what your end goal might be. Really stop you from reaching the best version of you. They stop you from becoming what you want to become, achieving what you want to achieve, because you're trying to sprint. Life is not a sprint, bro. Your goals are not a sprint. Your dreams are not a sprint. You don't build a great life in a sprint. You don't achieve the goals you want to achieve in a 100-meter dash. You build these things in a marathon. You achieve the life you want to achieve over time. You become the person you want to become over time, not in a week, not in a month. Like, when we try to rush everything, we try to do everything so fast, that leads us to burnout. Because we're going balls to the wall each and every day with no rest, with no clear direction on where we want to go, no clear plan, none of that. You just going, just working. And I'm not saying grinding is a bad thing, but I'm saying you got to understand how to work. You got to understand that things aren't going to happen in a month. They're not going to happen in 2 months. Like, it's a marathon, bro. So yeah, show up every day. Yeah, put the work in every day. Yeah, go grind. But don't do it in a sprint. Like, throughout this process, throughout this marathon, throughout this journey, build the right systems. Don't just go based off of motivation. Because like y'all know, if y'all been here before, motivation fades. And if you're new here, I'm going to say it again. Motivation fades. Motivation comes and goes. You're going to have motivation for a week and you're going to go balls to the wall. And then when you get burnt out, that motivation is gone. But what keeps you going is your systems, your habits, your routines. Examples of this could be a scheduled gym time. They could be planned rest periods. They can be daily routines. They could be clear priorities and everything in between. Like that motivation that you feel, yeah, it might get you started. It may help you take the first step. It may help you take the risk. It may help you take action. But your systems are what keep you going. Your routines are what keep you going. Your habits are what keep you going. Because that motivation at some point is going to fade, bro. At some point, you're not going to be motivated to do it anymore. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to say, man, I really don't want to do this today. But your system is what keeps you going. Your system is what helps you show up. Your system is what helps keep you disciplined. Your systems. And in that system, you got to incorporate rest. You got to. I take days off sometimes. I know that I need rest on a day and I might film a lot of content on Saturday and rest on Sunday. Just post. Because rest is a part of discipline, bro. A lot of people nowadays think rest equals laziness. Rest equals not working. But in order to work at the rate that you want to work, in order to put energy in and time in at the rate that you want to put energy and time in, you need to rest sometimes, bro. You need to take a day off. You need to get your body right. You need to get your mind right. You need to be at the tippity top energy wise sometimes. How do you get there? Rest. Without rest, it's impossible to get there. Like rest helps you think clearly. It helps you gain clarity. It helps you avoid bad decisions. It helps you recover physically and mentally and spiritually. Like even in the Bible, they emphasize rest and renewal. You need rest, bro. You need rest. And I'm a person that's posted on YouTube every day for the last year. I still get my rest in. Like I said, there's days where I record multiple videos at a time because I know when I need to rest to avoid being burnt out. To avoid falling in a trap where I just don't want to do it anymore. I show up every day because I love it, but I still get my rest in. Like rest is not laziness, bro. Rest is not quitting. It's preparation for what's next, for the next phase, for that next straight week of work, for that next day where you're going to go balls to the wall for a whole day. Like you need to rest in order to do that. You need to rest and to be prepared to put immense amount of time in, an immense amount of energy in. Like rest, bro. Rest is one of those few things that you need to focus on that really matters. Being disciplined is one of those few things that you need to focus on that really matters. Living life in a marathon and not a sprint is a thing that you need to focus on, bro, because that matters. Like focus on the few things that matter to avoid being burnt out. To avoid losing your fire for whatever it is you're chasing after. Like burnout, it really comes from trying to do too many things at once. Focus on the few things that matter. Some examples: your health, your purpose, your responsibilities, your goals. Your goals. I'm emphasizing it again, your goals, not somebody else's. Things that you want to accomplish, the things that you want to achieve, the person that you want to become. That's what you need to prioritize. Your responsibilities. Because when you're trying to stretch yourself so many different ways and go down so many different paths and so many different avenues, of course you're going to be burnt out. You're trying to do too many things at once. You're focusing on too many things at once. Focus on your craft, focus on the task at hand, and just go full speed ahead at that. Cut out the distractions, flee the temptations, cut out the unnecessary commitments, set boundaries, say no sometimes. It's okay. It's okay to focus on you and what you want to do, the things that you're chasing after. Because a focused man is going to go way further than just a busy man. A man who's giving his time to a lot of different things and not really focusing on what he actually wants to accomplish, the person he actually wants to become. The focused man is going to win every single time. Because that busy man is pulled so many different ways and his energy is in so many different places. His time is in so many different places. So it's hard to really grow and make progress in just one avenue, on one path, on one piece of his craft. It's hard. So you really got to lock in and focus on the few things that really matter to you to avoid being burnt out. And then at the end of it all, bro, you just got to remember why you started. What's your why? When your grind feels heavy, when the grind feels hard, when the process feels hard, on the days where you don't want to do it, what's your purpose? Why did you start? What's your why? Like, reconnect with your purpose in the times where it gets hard, bro. Ask yourself, who am I trying to become? Why am I trying to become this person? Why did I start in the first place? If I succeed, who benefits outside of me? What's my purpose in life? What's my calling? What kind of life am I trying to build? Like, why did you start, bro? And if you have a strong why, I promise you, it's going to get you through every hard time. It's going to get you through the times where you don't want to show up and work, where you don't want to put the grind in, where you don't want to put the time in. Like, your purpose fuels your endurance. I'm living it myself every single day. Like I tell y'all all the time, there's days where I don't want to get up and do it, bro. There's days where I'm not motivated. There's days where I'm just tired. There's days where I really don't want to make a video. But I remember my why. I remember the purpose. I remember why I started doing this. And when that reason is strong enough, the grind becomes meaningful. The process becomes meaningful. Showing up every day becomes meaningful. Putting the work in becomes meaningful because you know what you're doing it for. You know why you're doing it. So remember why you started, bro. Remember that. Every single day that you put work in, every single day that you wake up, every single day that you get one step closer, remember why you're putting the work in. Like, don't burn out chasing a life that you won't even enjoy. That goes back to the thing where I'm talking about focus. Like, focus on what you really want to do, what you really want to accomplish, what you really want to achieve. Because when you're chasing a life that you really don't want, when you're making yourself go down these different paths and different avenues and stretching your time thin trying to do that, that's how you burn out, bro. So don't burn out chasing a life that you won't even enjoy, a life that you really don't even want. Like, be consistent every single day, because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And that consistency every day is going to be intensity for just a week, or be intensity for a month. Like, the goal isn't to grind harder than everybody else. Like, yeah, you want to work hard, you want to grind, you want to show up every day, but you got to be able to last longer than everybody else. You got to be able to run the marathon and not just a sprint. You got to be able to write a whole book, not just one chapter. Because, be honest, bro, anybody can grind for a week. Anybody can grind for a month. Anybody can do it for 6 months. Anybody can. But real discipline and real work lasts for years. When it's built with a firm foundation, it lasts for years. So be the person that grinds for years, not just a week, not just a month. Be the person that runs the marathon, not just a sprint. That's how you avoid being burnt out. But that'll be all for this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, go hit that sub button. Went with 900 subs. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I will see y'all in the next one.